This video is sponsored by Digital Products 669. One thing that's inevitable when you make a video is that you always wish you had a little more time to make it better. Well, today I'm going to help you get some of that time back by showing you how to use Final Cut Pro's motion templates. Hey, welcome back. I'm Chadwick. This is Creative Video Tips, where I help you create videos that make a difference and stand out. If that's something you're into, click subscribe right now so you don't miss my tip next week. You see what I just did? I used a motion graphic template. Maybe it got you to subscribe. I don't know. Anyways, I've got a set of plugins here from Digital Products 669, and I want to show you those real quick. And I'm going to show you how they can speed up your workflow, and then we're going to look into modifying those, customizing them. And if you stick around to the end, we're going to jump into motion, get our hands a little dirty, and I'm going to show you how you can change the defaults. We're going to kind of hack the system a little bit. So you've downloaded a motion template pack and you've unzipped it, and we have a bunch of folders. You need to know where they go. So what you're going to do is go open up another Finder window, and you're going to say Go, Home, and then you're going to look in your Movies folder, and then inside of there we have Motion Templates. So Motion Templates is where all of those are stored. Inside there you should have titles and transitions. If you don't, create new folders, name them exactly that, and then you want to right click on it, say Get Info, and make sure it has a dot localized at the end. If it doesn't, add it, and that should work. So what you're going to do then is just with the pack you downloaded, select all of them that are titles, so that's all of them except for help and transition, and then say copy, and then you'll go back over here to titles, edit, paste. I'm not going to do that because I already have them in here. You get the same idea with transitions. All right, let's get into Final Cut Pro. So here we are over in Final Cut Pro 10.5.1. We have the all these titles have been installed: the TYP end screens, logo reveals, lower thirds, slide info, and titles. And I will just show you how easy these are to use. So the end screens are the things you would kind of use at the at the end of your YouTube video. The way you use them is that you just select them, and then you can hit E to append them to the end of your timeline, Shift Z to fit that, and it has all this sort of obnoxious color for my channel in particular. However, what makes these so slick, and this is the same thing with all of them, is you can go and modify them right here within Final Cut Pro. So if you hit Command 4, that will bring up your inspector window, and under here we have this little title parameter area. And if you see right now, this is my first tip I'm going to give you. There is a long list of things that you can change. Anytime you're dealing with lots of effects and plugins like these that have lots of options, it's a good idea to expand the inspector, and you can do that by hiding the timeline temporarily. So we're going to do this button right here, and that makes the timeline, it's not gone, it's just hidden out of our sight, but it gives us this whole right side to work with and make adjustments. So under here, we maybe want to start making some changes. So you can see they've made all these different colors available for us to change. Like, I'm not sure how I feel about this pink, but I can go in here and choose, a color swatch that I'm used to using on my channel. So like this darker blue might look good, and then this lighter pink could be this lighter blue, and all of a sudden we're starting to get somewhere with it. Maybe I want to use something monochromatic for this gradient here in the background. So we've got gradient A and B. On the left side, maybe I'll choose something real dark like licorice. And on the right side, just slightly lighter, maybe iron, maybe even darker than that. Just do something real subtle. So you could obviously keep going and going for a long time with that. But I think you get the idea. Change this and make this say whatever your channel name is, like Creative Video Tips. Oh, and look at that, it's way too big, but no fret, we have controls for that. So there's a scale right here. You can tuck it in that way. You can adjust the offset, which is like the up and down. So you can see right here in Final Cut Pro, so much is customizable right here in the inspector window. However, you can get even more control, and I'll show you how to do that towards the end of the video if you have motion installed. So why the heck would you want to use these motion graphic templates in Final Cut Pro? Well, let's answer that with motion graphic templates. Number 1, it's going to make your video look more professional. These title templates give clarity to what you're saying. But I think most importantly, the YouTuber pack and these motion graphic templates are going to save you time. That's time you can spend sleeping or playing video games or doing something else you love. Whatever it is you want time for in your life, these are going to save you time. One of the things I found myself going back to quite a bit in here is the side info title screens. These are really great when you're trying to teach someone and you have a lot of information you're trying to get across. This is what one of those looks like. You just drag it right down on a clip, and then it's resizable by just dragging the end of a handle. You can hit N to snap it to the end of a clip so that it'll wipe on and then it'll wipe right off. Or you can even click on it and go to your publish parameters and say, I don't want it to animate out, so that you can have it on screen a little longer, and it'll stay until it cuts, which is pretty slick. You can see there's several up here to choose from in this pack. Anytime you're trying to teach someone something, I think having sort of a list on the side like this in particular is really actually super helpful. Now, if you have a copy of Apple Motion, I want to show you a little trick to set new defaults for these titles so it'll match your brand. If you go to the motion graphic template, the title, you can right click on it and say open in motion. Now that it's open in motion, if you click on project up here and then in the inspector area, you can see there is a section on the left called publishing. This is where everything that's controllable in Final Cut Pro lives. So within here, if you just go in here and I want to make this background shape not orange, I want to make it the blue that I like to use, which is maybe this darker blue. And then let's maybe make the text not black. Let's make it mercury, or let's even go crazy. Let's do it snow. It's really bright white. And we'll do that with all the text. Okay, so we've got our white text. We're gonna go hit save. We're gonna say save, and it's gonna say, hey, this can't be open because you're making a change to this. So what we're gonna do is save it as a duplicate. Okay, and we're gonna say this is creative video tips template. Okay, let's get that capitalized. And we'll just say publish. Okay, now if we jump back over into Final Cut Pro, in my folder that it had specified up there, this Chadwick one, we have this new version that's creative video tips motion graphic template. And look, it defaulted to the background color and everything that we had just made that minor change to over in Motion. So hopefully you can see how that could be super powerful to set that up specifically for your brand. So I have two links down in the description below. One is for a one-time purchase, and the other one is awesome. It's actually subscription. The subscription license gets you access to millions of creative assets like videos, graphics, web templates, music tracks, and stock photos, all for $16.50 a month. Thanks so much for watching Creative Video Tips. Leave a comment down below with how you're using motion graphic templates. And if this video is useful to you at all, click the like button, and I'll see you in the next video.